Picture this. A man walks through a crowded room unnoticed, untouched by the chaos swirling around him, yet he knows every move, every weakness in the game. He's not loud, not flashy, but his presence lingers like a shadow you can't quite pin down. You've seen him, or maybe you haven't, and that's exactly his strength. That's the Sigma male, the lone wolf who thrives beyond the spotlight's glare. Welcome to the Sigma male community, where we strip down the art of silent power and forge unbreakable self-mastery. Today we're exposing the bulletproof strategies Sigma males use to hide in plain sight, blending stoic resilience with raw, unapologetic independence. Buckle up, because this isn't just a lesson, it's a blueprint for dominating life on your terms. 1. The art of the unremarkable exit, forgettable in the moment. Sigma males don't just step out of a room, they dissolve from it like mist, leaving no echo behind. They've perfected the art of the fleeting exchange. A nod, a few measured words, just enough to play the social game without planting roots in anyone's memory. This isn't about shyness, it's a calculated strike. They dodge the hooks of oversharing or bold opinions that snag attention, choosing instead to glide through interactions with surgical precision. Their exit isn't a retreat, it's a vanishing act, a deliberate shield against the weight of others' expectations. By staying unremarkable in the moment, they keep their motives veiled, their next move unpredictable, wielding the kind of freedom that only comes from being forgotten when it counts. This mastery reflects a deeper truth. Real power doesn't need an audience. Like a stoic sage standing firm amid a storm, the Sigma knows clinging to recognition is a chain to be broken. He exits unnoticed because he's already whole, no validation required. Picture him at a gathering. He trades a quick laugh, sips his drink, then slips away while the room buzzes on, oblivious. Later people squint, unsure if he was even there. That's not weakness, that's control. It's the liberty to move through life untangled, a skill every Sigma hones to keep his focus razor-sharp on what truly matters, his own path. 2. The gray canvas strategy, Greyman aesthetic. Sigmas don't blend in, they disappear into the fabric of the world with a wardrobe that's a weapon of subtlety. Their style is a fortress of muted tones, grays, blacks, understated cuts, clean enough to signal competence, quiet enough to dodge the spotlight. This Greyman aesthetic isn't laziness, it's a rejection of the peacocking that screams for notice. They dress to be seen without being studied, a canvas so neutral it deflects assumptions and analysis. It's power armor for the streets, letting them drift through crowds like ghosts while others trip over themselves to stand out. Their identity isn't stitched into their clothes, it's forged in the steel of their mind, untouchable behind the facade. This choice mirrors the Stoics' disdain for shallow trappings. External flash is a distraction. True strength lies beneath the surface, unadvertised. The Sigma's plain attire is his cloak of liberation, freeing him to observe while others waste energy signaling. Imagine him walking past, neat, unassuming, a figure you'd pass over in a heartbeat. Yet in that simplicity he's untouchable, eyes slide off him, leaving him free to strategize, to act, to dominate without a whisper of interference. That's the gray canvas. Not hiding but choosing when to be seen, a tactic as old as wisdom itself. 3. Spotlight Jujitsu, letting others take center stage. While the crowd claws for attention, the Sigma steps back, not out of fear, but with the cunning of a predator who knows the game. He sees the spotlight for what it is, a trap that exposes cracks and exhausts the ego. By nudging others forward, sometimes with a sly word or a knowing nod, he turns their hunger for glory into his shield. The louder they shout, the more they bare their souls. Insecurities, strategies, all spilling out in the glare. Meanwhile, he stands in the shadow, untouched, collecting every detail like a chess master reading the board. This isn't surrender, it's a flip of the script, letting the noisemakers tire themselves out while he sharpens his edge. Here's where Stoic clarity shines. Strength isn't proven by applause, but by standing firm in silence. The Sigma doesn't need the stage because his worth isn't up for debate, it's forged within. Watch him at work. Someone brags, he listens. Another postures, he nods. They think they've won, but he's the one walking away with the real prize: knowledge, leverage, peace. It's a dance of restraint that frees him from the petty wars of ego, proving that the truest victories are won off stage where no one's looking. 4. The curiosity engine, using curiosity as advantage. Sigmas don't chase mystery, they embody it, turning human nature into their ally. They speak in fragments, offering just enough to spark intrigue but never enough to solve the puzzle. It's no accident, it's a trap. People can't resist filling the gaps, spinning tales about who he is, what he's capable of, each guess inflating his presence without him lifting a finger. He becomes a riddle others obsess over, a shadow they chase while he moves untouched. This isn't about ego, it's about flipping the script, letting their curiosity build his myth while he stays free, elusive and in control. This echoes the Stoics' command of self. Why broadcast what's already secure? The Sigma knows the mind craves what it can't grasp, and he wields that hunger like a blade. Think of him in conversation. A vague hint about his day, a half smile, then silence. Suddenly they're hooked, projecting power or danger onto him, all while he watches unbothered. It's effortless influence, a quiet dominance that proves you don't need to shout to be heard, you just need to leave them wondering. 5. The illusion of simplicity, creating false trails. Sigmas are architects of deception, crafting a front so ordinary it's bulletproof. They toss out casual lines, just fixing the car, saw a movie, building a facade of a simple life that's anything but. This isn't lying, it's strategy. By feeding the world a steady drip of mundane, they deflect scrutiny from the deeper currents of their ambitions. People shrug, pegging him as predictable, safe, exactly what he wants. That dismissal is his moat, a blind spot where his real moves unfold, unseen and unstoppable, while the loud dissect each other in the open. The Stoic thread here is living true without oversharing. Why reveal what doesn't serve you? The Sigma's simplicity is a mask of freedom, letting him pursue his goals without the drag of judgment. Picture him chatting. A coworker pries, he shrugs, not much, just chilling. They nod and move on, never suspecting the plans brewing beneath. It's a quiet rebellion against a world that demands transparency, proof that the plainest surface can hide the sharpest mind. 6. The neutrality force field, wearing neutral masks. Sigmas dance on the razor's edge of balance, never too loud, never too quiet, just there, perfectly unremarkable. Their tone, their stance, their gaze all hum at a frequency of calm competence. Approachable yet distant, steady yet untouchable. This isn't weakness, it's a force field of neutrality, deflecting labels and reactions like water off stone. They sidestep the traps of extremes, arrogance draws fire, shyness raises flags, leaving people with nothing to grip onto. Nice guy, they think, forgetting his name in the next breath. That's the point. Invisibility through equilibrium, a cloak woven from the absence of friction. Stoic balance fuels this. Why let emotions tip your hand when control is the prize? The Sigma's neutral mask isn't indecision. It's a shield for his inner world. See him in a debate. He listens, nods, offers a mild take, then fades back. No one's riled, no one's hooked. He's free to watch, to think, to strike when it matters. It's a subtle power, this middle ground, proving that the loudest storms pass while the steady rock endures. 7. The silent leverage, psychology of low-key power. Forget barking orders. Sigmas know real power hums in the quiet. They see the truth others miss. The loudest voice is often the weakest, spilling flaws with every shout. By staying low-key, they create a void that others rush to fill with boasts, rants, raw confessions, each word a gift of intel. He's not passive, he's a predator in stillness, letting their noise map their minds. His calm is a mirror, reflecting their chaos back, and in that reflection he finds his edge. It's control without a crown, leverage won by simply shutting up and listening. This is Stoic strength distilled. Authority isn't screamed, it's lived. The Sigma doesn't flex because he doesn't need to, his power's in his grip on himself. Imagine him in a heated room. They argue, he leans back, eyes sharp. They spill everything, fears, plans, pride, while he logs it all, untouched. That's the silent win, a mastery of human nature that turns their volume into his victory, proving the quiet man often holds the reins. 8. The hidden ledger, keeping accomplishments shadowed. Sigma success isn't a trophy case, it's a vault, locked tight from prying eyes. They don't parade their wins, that's a rookie move, begging for envy or leeches. Every achievement is fuel for their fire, not a billboard for the masses. Bragging cracks your armor, scrutiny follows, then pressure, then chains. Instead, they stack their victories in silence, each one a brick in a life built for freedom, not applause. It's not humility, it's strategy, keeping their energy on the grind, not the gallery. Stoic wisdom backs this. Why chase praise when your soul's already full? The Sigma's hidden ledger is his rebellion against a world hooked on validation. Picture him crushing a goal, landing a deal, mastering a skill, then shrugging it off. No post, no toast, just a nod to himself. That's raw independence, a life where every win deepens his roots, not his spotlight, leaving him free to rise without the drag of expectation. 9. The Misdirection shield, subtle deflection. When the world prods, Sigmas don't dodge, they deflect with a maestro's touch. A nosy question gets a smooth pivot. That's cool, what got you curious about that? Suddenly the askers spilling their story, hooked on their own words while he's revealed nothing. It's not evasion, it's conversational judo, turning their energy back on them. They leave feeling heard, he leaves unscathed, privacy intact, mystique deepened. This shield isn't cold, it's warm enough to keep things civil, sharp enough to guard his core. The Stoic anchor here is focus. Control what you can, let the rest slide. The Sigma steers the chat like a river, away from his shores. Watch him at a bar. What do you do? They ask. Oh, a bit of this and that. What about you? Boom, they're off and he's still a cipher. It's a slick defense, proving you don't need walls when you've got a mirror to bounce the light away. 10. The wolf in relaxed clothing, playing the unassuming role. Sigmas wear normal, like a wolf wears sheepskin, flawlessly, lethally. They play the quiet colleague, the chill neighbor, blending so well you'd never guess the depth beneath. This isn't fakery, it's optics, a role that makes them invisible to threats. Society shrugs at the unassuming, letting him roam free while others strut and stumble. Under that calm mask, he's all eyes, catching every slip, every tell, every crack in the armor of the loud. Being underestimated isn't a slight, it's his backstage pass to the unfiltered truth. Stoic clarity drives this. See reality, not illusions. The Sigma's relaxed front is his lens, cutting through the noise to the raw data of life. Think of him in a meeting. He nods, smiles, says little. They dismiss him as nice, missing the predator clocking their every move. That's his edge, a disguise so natural it's invincible, letting him hunt in peace while the pack fights for scraps. 11. The inner citadel, self-sufficiency as the ultimate camouflage. At the Sigma's core is a fortress no one can breach, a mind so self-contained it needs no echo from the world. He doesn't crave approval or lean on praise, his fuel burns from within, steady and unshakable. This isn't just strength, it's camouflage, making him a ghost in a crowd chasing validation. Without that hunger he has no reason to posture or plead, no signal to track. His silence is his nature, a system complete unto itself. He watches the game, not bound by its rules, a shadow with substance no one can touch. This is Stoicism's heart, an inner citadel that weathers any siege. The Sigma's self-sufficiency frees him from the noise, letting him move with purpose while others flail for meaning. Imagine him alone, content, not lonely but sovereign. That's the ultimate hideout, not a place but a state, where his power thrives beyond reach, a testament to living free by needing nothing but himself. This is the Sigma code, not a shout from the rooftops but a whisper that cuts through the chaos. It's the blueprint of invisible dominance, forged in silence, sharpened by will, and lived beyond the crowd's grasp. You're not here to follow, you're here to carve your own path, and the Sigma male community is your forge for that journey. If this lit a spark, smash that like button, drop a comment with your take and share it with a brother who gets it. Let's build this tribe. Subscribed already? Hit that bell. Don't miss the next drop of raw, unfiltered wisdom. Ask yourself, what's your next move to own this life? Stay Sigma, stay unstoppable.